Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I'm fine. Today is midnight, it's raining here, and I just wanted to do something a bit more relaxed after not uploading videos for about a month. So I decided to just have a microphone here today, drink some tea without burning myself if possible, and yeah, just enjoy talking about my favorite book because I recently got it delivered. So today we're talking about I Wish You All the Best. Look how cute it is. If you can't tell, yes, I'm dressed as Ben the Becker. Yeah. So today I do not have a script made because, as I said, it's just a relaxed video for me. I'm just going to talk about my favorite book. I did talk about I Wish You All the Best in one of my videos, but I wanted to explain it a little bit more, not only because I love this book, but because I love this book. I think it deserves a video of its own. Let's see what I can do. This time, I'm not reading it from Goodreads. I am actually telling the story myself. So, this is a story about Ben the Becker, who seems to be a normal teenager, but they have a bit of a secret that nobody knows. And that is that they are in fact non-binary. When they decide to come out to their parents, things don't go exactly how they plan. Ben gets kicked out of their house, and in the middle of the night on New Year's Eve, they decide to call their sister Hannah. By the way, they haven't talked to her in about 10 years. They decide to move in with her just to finish high school, and then they'll see what they do. So they start in this new school where Hannah's husband Thomas works, and there they meet this beautiful character, Nathan Allen, who starts being friends with Ben. At first they don't really get along because of Ben's problem. They don't really want to talk to anybody, they just want to go through high school and finish it, and that's it. But Nathan uses all his charms to capture Ben's attention, and they end up being friends, and later on they start having feelings for each other. This book is basically about Ben's life, how he navigates through high school, trying to stay low profile without no one knowing that they are non-binary, only their sister Hannah, Thomas, and their therapist. Because yeah, in this book the main character actually goes to therapy. This book is basically like a slice of life. It's just Ben trying to figure out how they want to continue with their life now that this thing with their parents has happened. It's such a beautiful book, such a beautiful story. So yeah, now that I have explained this book, let's get started with the things that I loved about this, because there are a lot. My forehead is like shining today. One of the first things that I want to talk about is the story, because as I said, it's not only incredibly beautiful and well written, but it is so smooth. While you read, you are just going through all these different parts of Ben's life and you never get lost. As you may know, I do get lost a lot when stressful things are happening in a book. But here, it wasn't like that. I never got lost, which was amazing for me. I was just reading and I was able to understand every single thing that was happening, and I felt so calm while reading everything. Of course, on the stressful parts of the book, I was having some feelings about it, but I never got stressed. I never had the necessity to quit reading the book and put it aside for a bit just to process the things that were happening. Such a calm reading. I love that about this book. Speaking about the way the book is written, I just really love that this book is narrated in first person. So Ben narrates the book, and you can't really tell when he's talking or when he's thinking something. It's a really subtle change in the story, and I really love that. I could relate to a lot of the characters, mostly Ben, not only because I'm non-binary, but also because everything that happened to them, they're trying not to let people know about your gender identity just because you want to peacefully go through high school and just finish it all with no problems. You don't want to explain anything to anyone, but every time someone says their own pronouns, it hurts. I think in one part of the book, Ben was talking to Nathan, and Nathan starts saying the wrong pronouns, of course, because he doesn't know that Ben is non-binary, and Ben describes it as knives on their back, and I just think that's so accurate. When your loved ones are not using their pronouns, it does feels like someone's stabbing you. It's that kind of feeling like, ugh. So yeah, I really related to Ben. I did love their character. I think the anxiety of starting in a new place, making new friends, and overthinking every situation, every single thing that you've said, if it was okay or not, if you messed up or something, I just really related to that part of them. As well as trying to come out and people not understanding what you are trying to say, or even being like, don't worry, just ask me any questions that you have. I will explain everything. Just please try to understand. And it's like, you know, it's like bare necessity. it is. People should be able to understand you, and you are not a dictionary. If they care about you, you should not be answering every single question. They can do their own research. But yeah, I do relate to that part of Ben's life. If you are queer, your life is just a big coming out. You never stop coming out. You are always trying to make people respect you. In my case, it's just using she, her pronouns, and maybe like, actually I use they, them because I'm non-binary, and just like coming out again and again and again. Anyway, so stressful. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is how good of a sister Hannah is and all these family issues. I know she left Ben there, but she was only 18. She was just trying to save herself and try to do whatever she could to just have a better life. I think she was secretly preparing for this moment where Ben decided to just run away, and she will be able to support them in every single way, and that's just what she did. And throughout the book you can just see how her relationship with Ben grows stronger, and I just love that so much. Whenever I was reading something about Ben and Hannah together, I just missed my sister so much. For those who don't know, I have two sisters. One of them lives really far away, so I missed her so much when I was reading those parts. Like, Hannah was such a good sister, and although she messed up sometimes, and yeah, she has her temper, she was just only trying to make Ben happy, trying to use the right pronouns, the whole thing with the nail polish, and that's just so cute. I will say that there are some things that I didn't like about Hannah, like, no, actually, I didn't dislike anything about Hannah. To sum up everything that has to do with Ben's family, Ben's parents, how can I describe them? They're a piece of shit. And I hate every single part where they're in, when they try to get in contact with Ben and apologize in some way, although they didn't apologize, but whatever. Yeah, I was just not having it. I'm happy that in the end Ben did not go back with their parents. And the whole thing in the art show, I know I'm just messing this up. I do think I need a script because I do have some notes, but I'm just talking about whatever comes to my mind. But the thing about the art presentation, if you can call it that, that part was just so stressful and so traumatizing. I remember the first time I read this book, when I was reading that, I was just so shocked and I couldn't stop reading, but at the same time I was so anxious and I felt really bad for Ben. I really did. And having to go back to school after such a big family discussion happened inside the school with everyone watching, I don't even know how Ben did that. So yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about is the excellent representation of mental health issues. I did like the fact that Ben goes to a therapist, and every time their therapist was involved, I was not only happy, but it was really interesting to read about it. How they talk about their feelings, how you can see a little progress when they start taking medication, and not only that, but they start getting comfortable with Dr. Taylor. I really like how they portrayed having anxiety and having panic attacks. That feeling where you feel like you can't breathe and you can't move, as well as all the depressive episodes that Ben had. Those were really hard to read the first time, but I just love how the importance of mental health was represented in this book. I think that's why I also love it so much. Also, I would love to have Dr. Taylor as my therapist. I would like to have what Ben has. They just went to the first therapist that they found, and I don't know, they were able to hit it off really quickly, and yeah, their therapist was amazing. I love Dr. Taylor. I would love for her to be real and to be my therapist. I will pay whatever she wants me to pay. So, now that we talked about some serious things, let's start talking about romance, because this was, oh my god. Is strangers to friends and friends to lovers, let's say, incredible, adorable,
amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same.
I really like how Ben and Nathan slowly, really slowly start liking each other and eventually, let's say, falling in love with each other. Can you hear the rain? Shout out to this beautiful rain that it's so relaxing. As I was saying, I love how you have like little beautiful and meaningful moments. It's a really, really cute story. I liked how Nathan and Ben slowly fall in love with each other. First, they get along, they start being friends. Then they have like these moments on Nathan's roof. And, you know, they just start hanging out and eventually they fall in love. And I just love it so much. I'm such a bitch for love stories. I'm a hopeless romantic. What can I say? Speaking about romance, this book made me realize how lonely lonely I am in life. And I think it hit me a bit more because the first time that I read this book, I was having some sort of similar situation. Somehow I ended up getting rejected without even confessing anything. I won't talk about it because it made me sad. The thing is, I think this story hit me a bit more because I was having a similar situation when I first read this book, and I won't lie, when I read it this second time, I did get sad about it because it reminded me of all the things that I did with this other person. But tonight's not to talk about me. Tonight we're talking about this book, so let's continue. So yeah, basically this book made me feel so fucking lonely. Like, between Ben's little crush on Nathan and Nathan's beautiful gestures, I don't know, the way that Nathan was always willing to help Ben in every single way that he could, the way he appreciates their art so much, that was so cute. And the painting that Ben did about Nathan, I could just imagine it. And I don't know if there's a fan art. If someone here has done or is willing to do a fan art, I would love to have it. But anyway, I can't even believe that Ben was just like, I don't know if Nathan likes me. Come on, Ben. It was so obvious. I don't know what took them so long to get together. The amount of times that Ben and Nathan hold hands throughout this entire book, you cannot tell me that's something that friends do. I don't know about you, but I do not hold hands with my friends every single time that I'm having a bad time, a good time, any sort of time. I never hold hands with them. There's one part in the book. Ben goes to Nathan's house and Nathan's parents appear. And while they're talking with Ben, their parents are like, yeah, Nathan talks a lot about you. Like, he talks every single day about you. And Ben is like, I feel so embarrassed. We're just friends. That's not what friends do, Ben. That's not what friends do. Nathan likes you. Do something about it. That was my reaction the whole time. Like, Ben, please. Nathan likes you. Realize it. Keep going to therapy. God bless Nathan Allen. Oh God, such a good person, such a good boy. I just love him so much. Nathan basically begged Ben to have lunch with him. Like, come on. But yeah, I just love Nathan Allen so much. My goal in life is to find a Nathan Allen, and I wish the same for you. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this book. If you like romance, a really good teenage love story, if you are non-binary, this is an excellent book for you. It's not a really long book. You can definitely finish it in one day because it's so easy to read and it's beautifully written, and I love Mason Diver's writing. Like, the way they write, they have so much talent. So I will definitely recommend this book for you. I hope you read it. And yeah, that will be all for today. I hope this video was okay. I don't know how this turned out. Feel free to tell me in the comments what you thought about this book. Yeah, I hope you liked this video. I'm happy to be back again. I will be uploading, I guess, every single week. You can follow me on my social media. If you noticed, yeah, I changed my name. Now I'm going by Nadine. But yeah, thank you for watching, and as Nathan Allen would say, I wish you all the best. Bye. Just get out of here. I'm having a crisis.